What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Give Excellent Assessment and Reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, Snow White and the Huntsman is a 2012 fantasy adventure film directed by Rupert Sanders based on the fairy tale Snow White. And it follows Snow White, who ends up escaping from her stepmother, the Queen Ravenna, and enlists the aid of the Huntsman to help take her stepmother down. And this, in my opinion, is one of the best fairy tale adapted films ever. Now, I'm not saying that the film does not have its share of flaws, because it does, but I really appreciated the film for what it was. Now, in terms of the story, I think the story was pretty unique. It was a great adaptation of the fairy tale. You have Ravenna, who's taking over the land, ends up imprisoning Snow White as a child and raising her in captivity, and then Snow White ends up escaping, and then the queen ends up sending the Huntsman after Snow White, and Snow White ends up getting his help to help stop her, which I really appreciated that story. And it actually gave you a reason as to why Ravenna was actually after Snow White and why Snow White had to stop Ravenna. And I like the relationship that these two had, because they kind of paralleled one another. So it does go at a pretty good pace. There are moments where it does slow down a bit, but I believe that's there to sit there and flesh out more about the characters and grow more about the relationships. I have to say, in terms of the characters and acting, Charlize Theron completely stole this film. Queen Ravenna was like really just stole pretty much every one of her scenes. I will admit, in certain sequences though, Theron does do a bit of overacting with the character, tries a little bit too hard, but you can kind of see how that kind of rolls with the character, because that is kind of how the character really is. She is evil, but she does have backstory. She does have a bit of personality, and I really did appreciate that about her character. She actually has a good reason as to why she's going after Snow White, and I really like how the story feeds into that. Which, Kristen Stewart, I did like her as Snow White. You can tell that this girl's kind of gone through hell, the way she just sees the world and stuff. She just has that look. And I know people say that she can't act because she doesn't have emotion, but I think she did a great job when it comes to this film, specifically due to the fact that all the things that she had to endure. Chris Hemsworth completely stole his scenes. The dude was completely badass. I really loved this character. The guy was mysterious, he was tough, but at the same time, he had personality, he had heart, and I really appreciated about him. I did enjoy the dwarves. I think that the film did address them enough to where they each had different personalities and they did stand out. Of course, you got Bob Hoskins, you got Nick Frost. They all did a pretty good job in my opinion. I really enjoyed the dialogue and the kinship between the characters, so I did like the dwarves for the most part. Visually, the movie is just beautiful. They have great shots of the castle and the city. They have great shots of the landscape. It's just an all-around beautiful film. There are certain moments where the CGI could be a bit better, but they're few and far between, so it's not going to detract from the overall beauty of the film. I will give it this, but there are moments like when Snow White's in the forest, and you can see all the fairies and the flowers and the animals and stuff. It's just a beautiful sight to see, and it does just makes me resonate with the thoughts of, you know, the fairy tales, and it actually feels like a fairy tale in those moments. And the score, for the most part, was done pretty good. It definitely did a great job of just giving a great feel to the film. Now, there are some aspects of the film that I really wish that could have been a bit better. The film does feel like it's bigger than it's supposed to be, where you have Ravenna is wanting to conquer the world, but you don't feel like she's trying to conquer the world. There's no tension. There's no moment where the characters are like, we have to destroy this woman because she is a major threat. I mean, even though she is a major threat in the film, you don't feel like they have to kill her. It feels like if they would have just left, you know, they would have been all right. There is no tension. William is a likable character, and I liked his presence in the film. I just feel like he was like an unnecessary character. He should have given more screen time. He should have been a bit more important. He does come up in the film, and he does come up enough to actually make himself known, but it doesn't feel like he's actually a part of the film. There are certain moments in the story where you think they're gonna go in one direction with it, but you don't really feel like they actually went in that direction. For instance, there was one moment where Snow White went to this forest, and this forest is supposed to be like a haunted forest. Nobody can go in and come back out alive. But when she goes in the forest, she actually goes in and damn near walks back out alive, and it's like, what was in that forest that was supposed to make it so bad? I mean, I understood what was in that forest that would have made it a bit of a dangerous and a caution to people, but it wasn't like they were guaranteed to die there. In the end, Snow White and the Huntsman is a pretty cool film. Interesting characters. I did like the performances, especially by Theron and Hemsworth. I thought they both were complete badasses. The story does wrap itself up in a nice little bow and a great climax that is quite satisfying. I did like the score, visual. I think the movie was actually beautiful. I did like the story. Having said that, I will give Snow White and the Huntsman a 3 out of 5. Again, as I've stated before, I think, in my opinion, that this is one of the better fairy tale adapted films. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, have you seen Snow White and the Huntsman, and what did you think about it? And guys, remember, every Friday videos will be uploaded, so stay tuned. And to the next edition, guys, remember, keep those gears turning.